Phil has been a women's rugby warrior, all his life has been about culture and environment. Phil won an Environmentalist of the Year award in 2009. Phil, very good to be with us. Thank you.
Bale Burbidge, that's my name. That name means magpie because I'm black and white. And that's the God's honest truth. The thing is, my old uncle gave me that name, you know. They say that Noongas haven't got culture. Well, I put all the money in the world on it. We've got more than culture. Come down to my country and I'll show you all the culture you want to see. I don't want Duck and Nanny's people down there making nuclear power stations, and nor do the rest of us. We've got about 200 or 300 people that live there. We don't want nothing to do with Dutton. Now I know why he tried so hard to stop the yes vote for the Noongas. These people are scared of 2% of people in their own country. It's shocking, it's shame. They should be ashamed of themselves. Anyway, down in Collie, when they mine all the coal, they leave these dirty big voids behind because they stopped underground mining. Them dirty big voids fill up with water, which is acidic, because all the other metals and minerals that's left in the ground and the water reacts and it turns into acidic. So then that water is no good for nothing. But how I won in 2009, it took me 9 years to do it. I left school when I was only 14. I had to go and work for my younger brothers so they can get an education. So me and Dad went out to the bush and we were splitting fence posts. Got a contract and we went for it. You've got to do that. Someone in the family is going to pick up them pieces, which my younger brother did. He became a police officer. And the other two are still working. You know, I'm only a baby myself, I'm only 60 and a little bit. But the thing is, you get these people that don't even care about the environment. Well, get a helicopter and come for a ride with me. I'll show you the destruction. It's like they've been bombing there for years. All these voids that they leave behind, they don't fill them in. And acidic water everywhere, nothing grows around them. But I proved that you can make an ecosystem out of that void water if you treat it, right? This took me 9 years to work it all out, but I got there. So we treated the water with limestone, and we took it from pH 3 to pH 7.6, better than tap water. We had university students there, and they got their doctorates working with me and all that sort of stuff. I didn't care if they ended up being professors, but I had to show them how to make the thing work, you know? Now, my grandfather was Australian citizen. He had a citizenship. My mother had a citizenship. But when her husband died, that didn't matter. They still come and took all the kids. So I was hidden when I was born. I was born on the Collie River at my grandfather's camp where he passed away. And so then we went out to places like Quindanning and that, and I was hidden in the bush, and while Dad and Mum worked on farms and that, and Nan and all that worked for the ladies of the farms. So that's how it was. I never seen kids until I was 8 years of age. When I went to Darkin Primary School, I never seen so many kids in my life. And I've been fighting all my life. It's like You're 60 a little bit, but you still got to have another crack at it, you know? I'm not going to give up. I'm not giving up for no one. That's my budget, my land. I don't care if you own it. That's my land. My father was born on that farm. You know, my grandmother, my great-grandmother, and yet they married white men, these women, and then white men were called gentlemen. But still, their kids weren't. You know? How could you be a gentleman and own a big heap of land and be one of the first settlers to settle that land, and yet you have a little kid over there with a bit of colour in him and you don't claim him? For God's sake. Yeah, it's terrible. But the environment is the main thing down there. And they're going to destroy it even worse if they come with their nuclear crap. Yeah. You know? And you know, a cultural man, as a cultural man, we've got law. Our law, we're not allowed to pick up a rock from that country and take it down to another spot. That's against our law. Not white man's law, Noongar's law, Yamaji's law. No? We don't do that. I go to law grounds up north because of my connection, and I don't bring home rocks or pretty little things. It's because we're taught not to do that. You know? And yet they want to mine big rocks and bring it down to my country. Them old fellas go on a big hole up there in their land, going to get all the seep water in it, and I don't want the rocks down in my land. So you know where Dutton can shove his rocks. I'm telling you. Yeah, look, I remember the Premier of West Australia come down. They wanted to do something on the Collie River, and I wanted to talk to him about something. So we pulled him up in the street in front of the Channel 7 cameras, and I had to go at him. He couldn't answer me. He was looking for other people to answer for him. And a week later, he retired. So please, Mr. Dutton, come and see me. You know, I must have that effect on him. But the thing that I worry about is, if they do something like that, what are they going to do with waste? You know, we all know, like I haven't got a great education, but I know that plutonium is only good for making weapons. What else? Where are you going to put it? Put it back in the earth, it's going to poison the water. The Collie River, the Preston River, and the Brunswick River were all made from what we believe in. Me and my family is the Nungarts world, which is a hairy face world. It took me 40 years of walking them rivers to prove to the government that that was sacred to our people. This is how bad it was. You have to prove it to the government before they believe that, oh, you've got a little bit of culture in you. Well, I've done my DNA, it's only 25%. Because my dad's a white man too, but I never ever met him. You know? The thing is that we don't want it, our community doesn't want it. The only people that do want it are people like the Shire councils, where they get all the big kickbacks. The old miners, where they can get a job for their child or their grandchild. You know? Well, hey, what's wrong with renewals? Put your kids up.